center, in his 11th season from Centenary, 00, Robert Parish. And at center, the captain, in his 18th season from UCLA, number 33, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Celtics have to key on their shot selection, not take poor shots.
Interestingly enough, they outran the Lakers and outscored them on the fast break in Game 5. But it's Game 6. We're underway. The Lakers need one to wrap it up. And we're going to re-jump. LA. Danny Ainge with a taped ankle, covered by his stocking. Good pass into Kareem. And a quick 2-0 lead for LA.
Can't get better position than Kareem got on that little pick. Forced McHale to switch over on him.
Dennis Johnson has his shot blocked by Kareem. Here's Worthy. The block shot by Kareem, and he leads everybody in that department, and James Worthy hasn't done that since Game 2 here in LA.
He's back airborne again, James Worthy.
Parish, the offensive rebound, with a high arcing shot off of Kareem, and the 40-year-old Abdul-Jabbar hustles for it. It'll be Boston ball.
Dennis Johnson makes a good drive along the baseline, but the real hustle of Kareem knocks it away and saves two, and started a very important fast break.
Ainge on the wing. And the reason they want to go at AC Green is that they want to eliminate that speed aspect and force the Lakers to go to Michael Thompson.
If they can get AC Green out of the game, that's a big plus in slowing the game down.
Bird misses a left-handed shot. He's struggling from the field, and here's a 3-on-1. Byron Scott. He's the other guy who is ice cold in Boston, along with James Worthy. McHale against Green. There's the matchup. The Celtics taking advantage. McHale hits the basket and a foul as well. Last brings the Celtics to within 3. Kareem. And a foul before the shot against Robert Parish. Tommy, in the 2 Celtic wins, Parish got into foul trouble, and yet the Celtics won nonetheless.
Casey Jones rotated Greg Kite in there, and he's a key part of getting back and stopping a Laker fast break. And he also will manhandle Kareem a little bit, which wears the 40-year-old man down.
Misses the hook shot. Larry Bird. The trailer is Dennis Johnson. Gave up the shot. Parish in better position. And he's fouled.
Celtics offense, though, Dick, is primarily a low-post offense. They're trying to get Bird hitting some outside shots to pull the defense out to uncover Robert Parish and Kevin McHale. And if he doesn't hit that shot, the Laker defense will be able to cover up those 2 big guys of the Celtics. Lakers
were particularly disturbed, Tommy, at the fact that they've been double-teaming McHale and Parish, and yet both are hitting over 60%. Each one of the Lakers' front court has a personal foul. 1-point lead after the big start by the Lakers. And they call the foul on Parish, and that'll be number 2 on the Celtics big man. And Casey Jones has a quick decision to make.
Very, very smart play by Pat Riley when they do not have the fast break to go to Kareem to get one of the real fine offensive rebounders the Celtics possess, the Chief, Robert Parish, out of the lineup.
And as we said at the outset, not
a series of picking on people, and you can select with that half-court offense who you want to face the ball, and both coaches doing that.
And the first basket after 3 misses by Bird. An interception by Parish, and Ainge ahead of the field, and Kareem basket hanging comes back. So the Lakers trailing by 1. Blocked by Parish, and here's Dennis Johnson. Guarded by Scott. He goes by him. And the Celtics lead by 3. Kareem. And Parish wasn't about to pick up his 3rd foul.
Smart no contest that time by Robert Parish. Bird came over to help out, but Kareem is getting it done for the Lakers.
Celtics have run off 9 in a row now, and Dennis Johnson makes it 11 with just under 7 minutes. 3-point range. Misses again. And this crowd is quieted down considerably. If you're the Celtics, that's exactly what you want to do. Parish and Boston now on a 15-2 run, and Pat Riley wants the timeout. So after an early 6-point lead, the Celtics are up by 7 in a dramatic turn here in the opening period.
Knocks Magic down in the process. Casey Jones wants the Celtics to take good shots. No shots under pressure.
Meanwhile, Walton now has committed his second personal foul. So Walton and Parish each with 2 fouls. And we may see this man, Greg Kite, come in earlier than Casey Jones had anticipated. So the Celtics are over the limit now with 4:22 remaining in the first.
Kareem has been, they've been able to go, the Lakers, to Kareem at times when Kite was in there. Casey Jones is hoping that Walton will be able to stop that automatic sky hook when Kite was otherwise in there.
Kareem has shaved his head for the occasion, Tommy, for Game 6. And he converts 1 out of 2, but he's 1 for 4. And his free throw shooting has really dwindled since the first 2 games of the series. Celtics by 4. Walton setting a hard pick. And on the pick and roll, the ball knocked away off the hands of Walton.
Bird and Walton love to run that pick and roll play.
Here's the loop into Kareem. A blind tap doesn't work, and now the Celtics come back 4 on 3. And Dennis Johnson goes in. Bird, the offensive rebound, converts.
And
the Celtics haven't missed from the line. The Lakers are 1 for 4. Walton with 2 fouls. And Kareem got away from him. Just under 3 minutes to go in the first.
But they're having to go to the Kareem matchup almost exclusively, the Lakers, right now. That's a pretty tough assignment for a 40-year-old man.
Larry Bird misses the drive, and here come a 3-on-3 for the Lakers. Michael Thompson. It didn't look like they lost much speed on that sequence down the court.
He got back quick, and that's where Walton perhaps is not going to help the Celtics as much as Kite. Kite gets it back much quicker than Walton.
McHale from Bird and a foul. The hook shot and a 3-on-4. Ames trailing Bird. Good passing by the Celtics. Dennis Johnson, second shot. They kill you every time.
Took a shot with 2 men on him, however. That's a dangerous shot.
Under 2 minutes remaining in the first period. The Celtics leading by 7, matching their biggest lead. Worthy to Kareem. And they had a man advantage inside.
McHale made a foolish gamble, tried to steal the ball from Worthy, and once he missed, Worthy was off to the races.
Fortune they were having it on the Boston Garden.
Well, I don't know. Did the Leprechaun make the trip?
Right now, this crowd is not into this game. Magic with a screen from Michael Thompson. Kareem with a Wilt Chamberlain fall-away shot connects. He has 11.
He has been immense in this first quarter. He's practically shouldering the entire offense for the Lakers.
5 of 6 for Kareem. All right, we're in Game 6 this year, but you know, this series has an incredible parallel to what happened last year when Boston was the kingpin against Houston. This was Game 1. All right, the Celtics won by 12. This year, the Lakers won by 13. Then a blowout. So 2 substantial victories by the home team in the first 2 games. Then they moved to Game 3, and Houston got back in it. So did Boston, but close games. Game 4, it became a 3-1 series in close games. And then in Game 5, Houston won big and Boston won big, and the points are all even in the margin. And in Game 6, a year ago, the Boston Celtics won by 17 over Houston to take the championship. A lot of eerie parallels to last year.
Lakers really having difficulty integrating a lot of people into their offense. Right now, they're going to go to Kareem again.
He hits the skyhook. The Celtics, by the way, coming back with their two tough inside men, Parish and McHale. And the substitution pattern is in KC's favor here.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar has been conserved during the season, so he ought to be nice and fresh for this playoff, but it's going to be a tough job for him if he's got to carry all the offense.
So Casey Jones was able to go to the bench, and he brings back McHale and Parish with a lead. Didn't have that luxury during the course of the season. Kareem with a left-handed skyhook. McHale will put them into the penalty.
Kurt Rambis now has drawn the assignment of trying to stop Kevin McHale.
Seasting uses a Parish screen. And Darren Day swoops in and keeps it alive. Day tried to get it to Parish. Not quite high enough, and here's a 3-on-2 Laker break to Worthy.
Get up! That's Laker basketball. Worthy out on that wing before any of the opponent can get back at him.
By Darren Day, who played his college ball out here at UCLA.
That was one heck of a basket by Day. There were two Lakers on him.
Celtics with an 8-point lead. Worthy. No way you'll touch that, and Magic Johnson will be coming back in for the... And if you're wondering where the Lakers' offense has come from so far, that man, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and James Worthy have combined for 25 of the Lakers' 34 points thus far. Fast break, all even.
But the Lakers had hoped to really unjam their fast break attack, and they have not been able to do it here, and they have not paced the game as quickly as they had paced some of the games in Boston. It's been a very slow tempo.
Larry Bird and Danny Ainge are back in, and so the Celtics starters that began the game are in there now, and Magic Johnson returns for the Lakers. .640 remaining in the first half. Pick and roll. Ainge wisely went to McHale. Good defense by Kareem, I believe, inside. Here comes a Laker 4-on-3 break. Worthy.
Boy, do they jump on block shots. They're out there like now on a block shot, the Lakers. They like to use him to retaliate a little physically. He's a banger, much like Kite was for the Celtics in this series.
McHale blocked by Kareem. Kareem's having a tremendous series, blocking shots way ahead of anyone else. Cooper for two, short, and Bird out of the pack, 3-on-2 break. Here's Parish. The big man can run with the sprained ankle and all. I tell you, they look like a spry bunch in this one.
Boy, they've gotten stronger as the series has progressed.
Worthy missed, and Kareem had position on Parish to tip it in. So Worthy and Kareem have 31 of the Lakers' 40 now.
You know, both teams look very tired to me, but the Lakers probably a little bit more tired.
McHale with a turnaround over Michael Thompson.
He does not want the Celtics to take shots under pressure. If it's open, fine. If it's your shot, fine, take it. But don't take shots under pressure.
Here comes Ainge again, trying to sneak up on Kareem. Now one-on-one against Parish. Parish, don't forget, playing with 2 fouls, and Kareem, who shot 35% in the last 2 games in Boston, is 8 for 10.
What a physical challenge this game is going to be to Kareem if he's got to carry the offense for the whole game.
And Parish fired it up there because he was fouled.
Kareem doing it both ends, and McHale has great position on Worthy and an excellent pass, and it would have been a layup, except where did those 40-year-old legs come from? On offense now, they isolate Kareem on Parish. Parish played him perfectly, but he still was spry enough to get it up over the top.
Foul was on Kareem, his second now. Both teams are in the penalty. Celtics by 4. LA came out strong with an 8-2 lead, and then the Celtics took over the pace of this game. They're trying to even it up and send it to Game 7 on Tuesday night here at the Forum. Kareem. Red hot. Everything's dropping for Abdul-Jabbar, who has 19 first half points. And Tommy, Robert Parish is running the floor as well as we've seen him throughout the playoffs.
He kept re-spraining that ankle from game to game, and sometimes a couple of times in each quarter. And he hasn't had that happen in this series, so I think he's got it all together.
Magic is 1 for 6 from the field. 7 on the shot clock. And now he misses another one. Parish had his pass deflected. Dennis Johnson. Cooper won't go for Bird's fakes. And Worthy forces the turnover, and here comes a 4-on-2. LA, and Bird breaks it up. And Dennis Johnson, 2-on-1 Boston, and Kareem broke that one up. And McHale, no basket. And a foul against the Lakers. McHale all over Darryl Garrettson, doesn't like the call. But the foul will be on Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, his 3rd personal foul.
It is so difficult to break up a 4-on-2 fast break, but Larry Bird just forced the pass to go in the direction he wanted and just picked it off. What a beautiful play. And then Kareem did the same thing, a 2-on-1, got right in the passing lane, read the passer's eyes and knew where it was going.
Kareem will go out with 3 fouls and 19 points. He's having an extraordinary game, but now in foul trouble, and A.C. Green replaces him.
One of the things that Pat Riley does for a 40-year-old center is make it easy for him to get position so he doesn't have to fight the likes of Robert Parish. You're going to see right here the pick situation. Now Kareem will come in, and Robert Parish will have to fight over the top to get him. Dennis Johnson has to go back and play him. Otherwise, there's a mismatch, and there's no elbowing or hard fight. A lot of physical stamina. They saved Kareem's stamina with that little pick to the spot.
Basically, 5 players have done the scoring in this game. Kareem, one of them. He and Worthy have accounted for 35 of 46 Laker points. And McHale, Parish, and Dennis Johnson, 40 of 50 Boston points.
You know, they asked Robert Parish, does he see any appreciable difference in Kareem Abdul-Jabbar? He says, yeah, he's got less hair now.
And he shaved off whatever he had for this game. 2.5 to play in the first half. Parish blocks Michael Thompson, and a foul called, and it will be the 3rd personal on Robert Parish. So the starting centers, Kareem and Parish, have 3 fouls.
Now, Parish has done a great job of really clogging up the middle, and here's Thompson makes an easy move on McHale, and Parish must try for the reject. Before the Celtics defense was totally set up, they got the ball in a low post to a good matchup.
Pick and roll to Parish, and Kareem has picked up his 4th personal foul. So when you talk about how many minutes he can play, that will go into Pat Riley's computer. 4 fouls on Abdul-Jabbar.
He's going to leave him in. He's got to leave him in.
But he can't pick up another one. Johnson misses. Green the rebound.
Needs Kareem's offense.
Well, looks like Kareem may be coming out, Tommy, as Michael Thompson is at the scorer's table. Green. McHale and Ainge collide, and here's Boston, 2-on-3, and Dennis Johnson will slow it down.
And he ought to have the stamina to play the whole game. That's what Riley's hoping.
McHale against Michael Thompson, who's in for Kareem. Ainge taps it out.
The Lakers have gone with an exceedingly big lineup right now.
Harris misses.
Excuse me, they did take the Kareem out.
2-on-1, Michael Thompson back to Green. And so far, the Celtics have yet to score with nearly 2 minutes gone by in this 3rd period. Every time the Lakers have come close, the Celtics have gotten the hoop to give them a 3-point lead. But Worthy saves it from Magic Johnson, and a brilliant play by James Worthy.
Away from the fans.
And the Lakers regain the lead. They were down by as many as 9.
Celtics are not keying on A.C. Green.
Ainge forced that shot, and a 4-on-3 break for the Lakers. Worthy.
Man up, a big factor, Dick. Celtics now having trouble getting that fourth guy up to protect against the break.
And Parish throws the ball away from Bird. This period are on the fast break. And Worthy lost it.
Right inside and 2.
The Celtics still haven't scored. More than 3 minutes gone by in this period. And the first illegal defense call against the Lakers.
And that's the type of shot Casey Jones did not want the Celtics to try to attempt.
Third foul on Ainge. So Ainge and Parish with 3. Worthy has 3 and Kareem has 4 for the Lakers. Magic. 10 points for Magic Johnson. Larry Bird is not yet into double figures himself. And Dennis Johnson, which is also one of the ingredients to winning a championship. The Celtics, of course, haven't had it that way, and that's part of having a team win. Stay healthy. 61-58 Lakers. Magic with Ainge. Double with McHale. Parish the rebound.
That's the first time that Magic has been forced to take that sky hook of his, the junior sky hook, going out from the basket instead of into the basket.
Celtics have still only scored 2 points. And a Laker foul. It'll be their third.
AC Green, we said before, has had difficulty denying anybody the Celtics' big 3 inside position. Because the Celtics come out of the huddle, and you don't want to have one right in your face after a timeout.
Larry Bird, who has only 1 basket since the first period. Still cold. Lakers by 3. Michael Thompson and Bird. And McHale went up, and the Celtics lost the ball to the Lakers. But there was no such thing as Byron hitting the open jumper in the last 3 at Boston Garden. So the biggest lead of the game for the Lakers right now, 7 points. Celtics have been outscored 14-2 in this period, and James Worthy's diving save and Magic's hoop spurred them on.
And the Celtics, out of that timeout, went right to the Parish Green matchup. And that's where I think they ought to be going, because they'll get some points, or double teaming will produce easy outside shots for the Celtics.
Green with his third foul, and Worthy sitting down for the first time today. 5.5 to play in the third. And a foul. Byron Scott commits the foul, and that'll send Parish to the line.
Here's Michael Cooper and Larry Bird. Bird trying to come over the top, and Cooper bumping him before he can make the move. I mean, it gets a little physical under that. Little guys have to really put their hands on the big guys and then run fast.
I know, we've seen a lot of that. The Lakers are already in the penalty, and the Celtics have committed only 1 foul here in this third, and Parish missed both free throws. So that
they're going at Larry Bird. Bird is guarding AC Green.
Bird misses. Parish. And a loose ball foul called against the Celtics. It'll be Robert Parish's 4th foul. So Parish and Kareem have 4 fouls, and Darren Day has come into the ball game replacing Kevin McHale, who has scored 16 for the Celtics. He and Dennis Johnson lead them in scoring. Rebounding, playing a big role now in their 11-point lead, the leading margin of this game.
The fast team of the Lakers right now in there, really being productive on the board.
And Parish lost the ball, and it was last touched by a Laker. And now
Larry Bird has just been having all kinds of shooting problems, and they're doubling him on every opportunity.
Magic to Green. Parish gets the rebound. Outlets to Day. And Darren Day, who's really had a fine shooting series. He was 8 for 13 coming into this game against L.A.
Boston needs some easy hoops. That's why Darren Day is in there, perhaps on a hard push to get a layup just like he did. And not exactly a layup, but an uncontested shot.
Magic to Michael Thompson. And Parish may have picked up his 5th foul. I believe he has.
Very big decision for Casey Jones.
Well, he's got to go to his bench, but Walton has gotten the call over Greg Kite today, Tommy. Are you surprised?
Yes, I am, because Kite was so successful in getting those quick feet back to stop the break. Walton
and blowing out a team. Well, the game isn't a blowout at this point, but the Lakers are in command. Robert Parish in the game, playing with 5 fouls. Magic to Green. And he lost it out of bounds. So in the game for the Celtics, Jerry Seasting and Dennis Johnson at guard. Bird, McHale, and Parish up front.
Celtics have to have at least 3 good defensive stands and then turn it into baskets up the other end to have a shot at this ball game.
Does that first one count as one?
Right, and that, it certainly does. Right in a row, too.
Parish baseline.
Yep.
And Michael Thompson out to Cooper. Magic. Cooper. Cooper has only 4 points. Danny Ainge has 2, so maybe
we're going to win this together or we're going to lose it together. And they have done a great job all season long. That's a 5-man unit with the green jerseys.
Let's go! Michael Thompson on Parish's miss. Scott. Now 9 minutes and 13 seconds away from their 4th NBA title of this decade and 5th since they've come to LA. But the Celtics have never quit all year long, as you know. McHale has his shot blocked. Worthy comes down with it. But the Lakers took charge in the 3rd period, Tommy, and they don't want this thing to even come close now.
That was always their ultimate weapon. They had trouble springing it loose in Boston, but they sure did here. And when they get it loose, they are unstoppable.
Michael Thompson and Kareem with Worthy up front. Dennis Johnson draws the foul. And a word about Michael Thompson here, who has 13 points and 8 rebounds. We were out here in the regular season game between these teams, and a couple of days before, near the trading deadline, maybe a little too quotable for Pat's taste. When he came here, he says, you know, these practices are tougher than playing the Celtics. And Pat Riley says, I don't want to read too many of those quotes.
Well, that's perhaps when he learned to win when he came here with the Lakers.
Worthy with the rebound. And a foul inside. A loose ball foul against Kareem, and that's his 5th personal foul, and in a close game that would be a big factor, but right now it isn't.
That spurt by the Lakers with their fast break really now said, hey, Kareem does not have to really score in this 3rd quarter or 4th.
Gets the rebound. Cooper drills it to Michael Thompson, and Bird played well defensively. 4 minutes gone by at this final period. McHale at the other end. Kevin now with 18 points.
And that favors the Lakers.
And those points by McHale were his first of this half.
No more pecking away by Boston, slowing the tempo down. They're going to have to try and match the tempo with the Lakers and still win.
Kareem. Basket counts. Jack Nicholson, who went to Boston for the middle game. Back home here. And Robert Parish has fouled out of the ball game with 6. 12 points and 5 rebounds for Robert Parish.
There's Kareem. They take away the sky hook to the baseline. And he always seems to come up with something a little bit different. A left-hand hook. It rattled around a little bit, but it went in.
Greg Kite replaces Parish in the Celtic lineup. Kite, who played a major role in 2 Boston wins, was shuttled to the background today. Tommy?
I don't know. When he shaved his hair, I don't know if he came out prepared to just scare the Celtics. He looks mean with those goggles.
I'm talking about Kite. Kite is on Kareem. McHale.
Changed his game to become a middleman and an outside shooter. Go for the offense.
4 people got involved. Foul was on Dennis Johnson. Kareem against Kite. 2-man game. Long sky hook. And Worthy is hustling for the loose ball as if this. And I know Brent doesn't have his very best jacket with him today. I know that.
All right, Barney. Abba dabba doo, Dick.
Cooper. Michael Thompson. See whether he pushed off, and he did. The Lakers started it off in the playoffs against Denver. Then they moved on to Golden State. They won 3 straight, then lost the 4th, 1 in 5, and then they took Seattle out in 4 games, 3 of them very tough encounters. Bird just having an off day offensively. Has the shot blocked by Kareem. But where would the Celtics be without Larry Bird? Dennis Johnson will go to the line.
Play well, and all this 500 some odd press people are bounding around saying, what happened, what happened? You can go in the tank pretty fast. He responded beautifully to that situation with a big game today.
Well, we were asking questions too. Magic to Kareem. What will happen as we get close is that Pat Riley will take out one by one the key men. And this place will rock even at that point. McHale has it blocked by Kareem. 3-on-2 fast break. Cooper to Magic. Follow up, Scott. Came out, withstood an early Laker thrust. Led by 7 at the quarter and 5 at the half.
You know my favorite story about Pat Riley? He talks about the peripheral opponent. And he turns everything off during the playoffs. You know, food, he doesn't eat that much, and he doesn't take telephone calls. And he got a letter from his best friend congratulating on getting to the final, and the signature said, signed, peripheral opponent.
Kareem is fouled. Kevin McHale, who may undergo surgery. Courage of the Boston Celtics cannot be overemphasized. They were battered and bruised in the early series, and they were healthier here. But I think even Larry Bird knew what was in store for the Celtics going against a very strong Laker team.
They bottled up that speed. They got it back in the bottle. They kept it there for 3.5 games, and all of a sudden the bottle broke, and out it came, poured all over them. Along with a lot of champagne, it looks like.
4:14 remaining.
And I can't say enough about Casey Jones this year either for the Celtics. What?
In 15 tries. So we have not had a repeat champion. It'll now be 18 years. Men in green were the last to do it in 1969. Kareem with an exclamation point. 17-point lead for the Lakers. McHale comes back.
The guy that really took over this ball club this year was Magic Johnson. And one of the things that Pat Riley said was, you know, Magic has got the perfect ego. He always considered the Lakers Kareem's team. He never infringed on his territory. And this year he's assumed the responsibility, and Kareem let him do it.
And the Celtics still fighting. Well, there's a fellow we haven't talked about in this series, never mentioned his name, but he'll go into the books. Billy Thompson, who was acquired in a deal with Atlanta, played on the NCAA champion Louisville Cardinals last year, and is on the way to becoming only the 4th player in NBA history to go from an NCAA crown to an NBA title. There are the others. And of course, he's playing with one of them in Magic Johnson. And Billy Thompson had a hyperextended knee. Pat Riley had his way. Every player would be between 6'7" and 6'9" and could run on the line.
And think.
2.5 remaining. And a foul, and Kareem, no basket. Bird's coming back in for the Celtics. And Roberts going out. 99-87, and the Celtics down by 12 with 2:30. And of course, they have slowly pecked away here.
I can remember when I coached him, and he was with the Milwaukee Bucks. And I thought the best way to beat Kareem Abdul-Jabbar was to attack his stamina. Was I wrong, huh? No, we won the championship that year, but here he is, 40 years of age. He's somehow or other got that stamina and then some.
Well, he's become a lot more warmer and accessible. I think the fire that destroyed his home was a big mark there, because people around the country sent him jazz albums, and I think he became a much warmer person since that time.
Well, he sits in the locker room and he talks to people now. You know, he was very quiet, introspective person, and everybody kind of was reluctant to really invade that privacy, that shell that was around him. But he's much more open now, it appears.
And he enjoys the game, as I guess everyone does. When you get toward the end of the career, you realize what you may be missing, and you appreciate it a little more.
They did a great job on Larry Bird, denying him the ball, the Lakers, really putting a quick man on him and working him over the picks.
And the foul. "31 points for Kareem Abdul-Jabbar."
He carried them all through the first half until they managed to unleash that quickness and speed. And he is as big a part of this thing, probably bigger than anybody else right now, because he held the fort. Organization of knowing when to hold and when to fold, I'll tell you. Now, they don't sell their nuclear short until it's way down the road, too far to be reclaimed.
Kareem the rebound. And I'm sure Pat Riley will want to start taking his stars out. And it's going to come soon. Magic. At the next dead ball, you're going to hear a couple of rousing ovations. Day is fouled, and now you'll hear him. Kareem goes over to Casey Jones and shakes his hand. And Magic goes out as well. What a valiant group that is. Magic scored 16 points and had 19 assists. Kareem with 32 points and 4 block shots. And the Lakers wound up undefeated at home in the playoffs. Fred Roberts is fouled.
Is it going to be a sprint or what?
The champagne is flowing in the locker room of the NBA champion Los Angeles Lakers. We'll be back with the trophy presentation in just a moment. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, at the age of 40, you're still collecting championships. Kareem, this one has to feel about as sweet as any of the others.
Oh, it's a nice one. It's we worked real hard for it, and I think the most significant part of it is that at the beginning of the season, nobody picked us to even finish first in our division. And here we are with the World Championship. I'm really proud of this team.
Kareem, will you definitely be back next year and for 2 years? Are you committed to 2 years now?
Well, I'll definitely be back next year. The Lakers are trying to talk to me about an additional year. I'm going to listen to what they have to say. I haven't made any commitment on that.
All right, but we'll look forward to seeing you next year. Congratulations.